Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Tonight I'm making labels, and I'm going to use old books and some old script books, some napkins. I'm going to use transparent gesso, some gold, and a black pen. I think that's it. So I turn on the camera and you can follow me and steal my ideas if you would like to. That's totally appropriate to do. So let's get started. I have done a few already started, but I thought I could show you so you know what I'm going for. So from that big old book I have taken these pages and I'm going to make this 2 labels. So to start with, I'm going to take those pieces of the paper that I want to use, and I'm going to use my ruler because I think that's easier than cutting all the way. So I'm just putting the ruler where I want it and do like this. These are old books, so they are fragile and you don't need to do so much to get the piece out as you want it. And they often have this mark in the middle, so it's easy to see. So I'm taking the piece of the paper that I'm going to use as a label, cutting the corners. I want them soft. If you don't want them soft, you can just leave them as they are. I have a lot of labels already from Tracy Fox and a lot of other people that make labels in digitals, but sometimes I just get this urge to do something that is unique and my own. And then I got this idea to use the books that I'm using the covers for my journals, but often these papers get to just go into the trash. So I thought let's try to do something with them and see if we can use them in the books for something fun. And then I thought labels is always fun, so why not? You can take how much text you want, or maybe just a picture if you would like that. So maybe you just want the little picture instead of using all the text. Then you just cut what piece you want. you can just choose how you want it on your labels. So let's do one more. We can do one like that with just a picture. Try to keep it rather clean here, so that we have control over what we are doing. So this is the first step, and you can use these pages, or you can use sometimes in the books they are colored pieces where they have more description of the things they are writing about in the books. So these are different kind of clothing that were used in the old days. So I thought that could be fun to use as decoration. So let's cut some out and see how we can decorate with these. This was a bit extra fun because it has the date when they are used. French lady in Greek clothing from about 1800, and this is a riding suit from also 1800. So they are different year. For each piece of clothing. It's rather straight. These two maybe can be together. The third type of book pages that I use is the really old ones, and I love to use these books with the Gothic style of the pages. But then I can use the bigger script as a label instead. So this will be a cute label to decorate with in the box. Like that. So let's move over to the next part. I think we maybe can do one more. I want this part to use when I do something with the napkins. This will be nice. Okay. Some of these I want to back with some brown paper, so they get a little frame. So let's glue some of them down. It's so thick. I thought it was two. Yes, it was. Two papers. Just using some glue books here. And the brown paper is just ordinary wrapping paper. And I'm putting it a bit in so we have some piece of frame to play with. If you want to, you can make it have a bit ink on the edges. And I'm just cutting so I have this frame around it. Going to go for one more. straighten it a bit so it's not so curly. And I think I will take some of the ones that I cut last night. Did some different ones. So that you can see different types of paper that I have used. And these with the really thin paper, it's perfect to back them up with some brown paper or some other color you would like. And you can make them big, you can make them small, long, short, round, whatever you need. It's a fun way to use up old book papers, and in the beginning of old books you often have these a bit different pieces that are like this one, where you have the date of the book and some script in the beginning, and all of those are usable for this and can be fun to have in the books. Maybe I shouldn't take everything, all of these. I have some from these old books, if I can just get them. So this is from the beginning of the book, who made the book, and this is the first part of the book, and they have this printing community, who the family that printed it has their own label. And this is another one, Stockholm from 1904, Royal Printing Office. So these are a bit fun to use. Can we have this one more? I want this with the flower on. And if you would like to have them even more unique, you can put them on textile instead and sew around them. That's another way to make them a bit different. So we can actually take a piece of linen and do that with one of them, so you can see how I think. It was a bit curled. Make it hard to see. Take this away so that you can see the white linen. and I want the side of the script that has the date on it. I like when it sets the year 1904. Like that. And then I'm just cutting so we can see that it's a textile behind it, but just a little edge of textile. I'm sure this isn't any new idea, but I haven't thought about it, so I thought maybe you haven't either. So I thought that could be a fun idea for you too. Putting some ink on the edge of the textile. Making it look a bit rough. So if you like them this way, you can stop here and don't do anything more. But if you want a bit more on them, you can take going back with my glue. I'm just going to cut these out so they are ready. For some more decoration. And you can do them differently. You can have a big frame with the brown paper. You can have a very thin or none at all. So some of them, before I put them on this one, I'm taking my ruler and just going to find one I can use. Let's take this one. Then I'm taking my ruler and a black pen, and then I'm putting the ruler just on the edge of the label and do like this. Then I get a black edge on the label, and here you can also choose how wide you want the black line, or the brown line, or the blue line, whatever line you would like. And this way it looks a bit more like a label. That's another way to make it a bit different. And maybe you don't like the brown paper, then you can just take another color or white. So let's take something else. Let's take a white one, just so we can see the differences. So then you maybe want to have some color or do something else with it. Maybe just ink it down. Make it look a bit more old. So we have a nice label like that. So let's go for some other decoration. So let's go to the napkins. Let's see what we have. Gesso. You can use, of course, some decoupage glue or ordinary glue that is water soluble, so that you can just put some more water in it. Just going to check, so this is just one. I think it is. So then I'm just putting down some gesso and gluing this down with that. And to get the same kind of shininess, I'm putting the gesso on top of everything. As this is transparent, you can do like this. it will dry totally without any color. So then we can give this some watercolor later on when this has dried. So we can give the flower some more color too. Put these aside to dry. So should we go for another one? Can take this one. I have one with these green leaves that are cute. So I'm just using some of those. To give this little label some color. It's a bit more work than to just cut out a printed label, but I really think it's worth it when you can make your own unique labels. That's fun. This guy can also have some kind of nice flowers. To lighten up the picture a bit. And I'm doing the same, put the gesso on the whole piece, so it won't tell that we have put on that piece of napkin. This is thin, so it will curl a bit, as we haven't backed it with anything. So that was the gesso, and now I'm thinking we can do maybe some gold. Can we just do like this so we can get some in the lid? Making a little golden edge. I'm putting it rather thick, so it really looks like it has an edge. Try not to put your fingers in it. Takes a while before it dries. A few minutes at least. Depending on which gold you have, but this will take a few minutes, and if it's a bit thicker it takes a bit longer. But I like it a bit thick with the edge. Okay, I think we will go with the lady too. She gets a bit thinner lace. No, not lace, edge. Don't want to cover up the text. Got a bit much in that edge. I take that off. And then maybe this one with the textile could be cute with gold. Looks like almost like golden threads if we do like this. Don't be too neat. I always think it should be, you should be able to see that I have made this, not bought it and not cut it out. I have actually made it. It takes time and effort, but I really like it when it's handmade. Sometimes I even embroider these small pieces. Just a few stitches, but that's makes a big difference when you have made the effort to actually sew on it by hand. Leave that to dry too. Okay, let's move on and do some more with some different kind of papers. I will just go and rinse my brush and I will be back in a second. Let's continue with some more labels. Put that aside. Gets a inked edge. Like that. And this one will get a inked and kind of destroyed edge. So I'm tearing it and crumble it. This is so old, these books, so they crack when you do like this, and that's nice. Then you can really see how old they are. Make them a bit like they have been in some old drawer in ages and ages. Let's take some embossed paper. And then I'm thinking that this lady can get something as a back. Took the other glue that is almost empty. We'll put that away. There are so much stuff here at the moment. Need to just clear that out. And taking a piece of lace. Threads are following me all over. Maybe a bit big. See if I can get another one. That's better. some cheesecloth. It can peek out on the edge. That, and you can put some gold on these edges too. That it's really cute. So let's do one more with this embossed paper. I really like that. Some silk. It was a bit dark, I think. Piece of this thin old antique lace. We need to take that away so that you can see against the background what I'm thinking. I think I want to layer it down here. Gluing this down a bit more. And then this on top of that. Then we can cut it later. I want it to go all the way. Then maybe a couple of buttons. Could be cute on that one, but let's leave that to dry also a little while. I'm thinking some more layering. This one was a bit bigger. I actually think the first one was the best. Like that. Should we maybe do one more? I think so. Let's try to do another one that is a bit fun. I have another kind of linen over here. Thought we could use a piece of that. So we get a textile one. So some more fun if you want to sew in them. Sometimes I want them just ripped, and then sometimes we need to have them a bit more straight in the edge. So they are a bit different. And a bit of textile behind it. And then layer this down on top of the textile. It's a bit big. Piece on the corner. Now I'm going without a plan, and I'm just going with what I feel could be cute. And then I want I will go with a little brown edge on this one. just to give it a little more color to stand out. Sorry if I have my head in the camera. I need to see the corners. Okay, let's see what we have done. Try to put down the ones that are already made, so that we can see what we have accomplished at the moment. See, in just about an hour we have a lot of beautiful labels. To play with and put in our journals. And from almost nothing, pieces of old dictionary and books and paper. And we have all these cute ones. And I think I actually will put some colors on the one we did gesso on, so they will be a bit more colored. But you will see those in my journal later, so I won't take up more of your time at the moment. So I hope this gave you some idea to use up old book pages, and don't throw them away. Do something with them. It's always good to use up everything you can. So thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye from Sweden.